Vienna, 1907. A young artist walks into the Academy of Fine Arts. He's nervous. His portfolio is in his hands. He's been rejected twice already. But this time, something's different. This time, he gets in. His name is Adolf Hitler. And in this timeline, the admissions committee sees potential in his landscape paintings. They're not great, but they're acceptable. He's accepted. 23 years old, artist, living in Vienna, attending the academy. That's it. That's the entire change. One admissions decision. But watch what happens next. Without rejection, there's no bitterness. Without bitterness, there's no blame. Without blame, there's no scapegoat. Hitler becomes what he wanted to be, an artist. Not a good one, but an artist. He paints Vienna. He paints landscapes. He never joins the army. He never becomes a soldier. He never gets gassed in World War I. He never develops the obsession with German purity. He never writes Mein Kampf. He never becomes a political speaker. In 1933, when the German economy collapses and people are looking for a leader to blame, there's no Adolf Hitler to blame them on. History takes a completely different path. In another timeline, someone else is the villain, and the world looks completely different. We just don't live in that one. 70 million people die in World War II. 6 million Jews are systematically murdered. Entire civilizations are reshaped by the Holocaust. In this timeline, none of that happens. Not because of some grand act of heroism, but because one admissions committee decided a young man's paintings were good enough. Think about that. The deadliest conflict in human history. The systematic genocide that defines evil itself, prevented by an art school acceptance letter. The person who prevented all of it wasn't a hero. He was just a mediocre painter who got lucky. He never knew what he prevented. He lived a quiet life, painted, died, was forgotten, and the world was completely different because of it. Here's what's unsettling about this. History isn't grand. It's not determined by inevitable forces or the evil nature of bad men. It's determined by small moments, admissions decisions, wrong turns, broken cars. One admissions committee in Vienna in 1907. If they'd said no again, everything stays the same. If they'd said yes, everything changes. That's not reassuring. That means the world you live in, with all its wars and suffering, exists because of luck. Bad luck. A random admissions decision. A rejected artist who became a dictator. It means the Holocaust happened because a school said no. It means 70 million people died because of one piece of paper. And it means the only thing standing between our timeline and a completely different one is random chance. An admissions committee. A wrong turn. One decision. That's all. So when you wonder why history is the way it is, remember, it could have been completely different. Not through grand heroism or moral clarity, but through accident. One art school, one rejection letter, changed everything. The acceptance letter you never received, the job you didn't get, the person you didn't meet. The decision that seemed small at the time, all of them contain entire alternate histories. All of them contain worlds where things went differently. We live in one timeline. We don't live in the others. But they were possible. They almost happened. And the only thing that stopped them was chance. One admissions decision. One moment changed everything. In 1907 Vienna, an artist walked into an academy. The committee said yes. And in our timeline, the world became what it is. In another timeline, someone else is the villain, and the world looks completely different. We just don't live in that one. We live in this one. The one where the rejection letter was sent. The one where history unfolded as it did. The one we inherited. The one we have to live with. Remember that. When you wonder why the world is the way it is, it's because of moments like this. Small moments, tiny decisions, random chance. One art school acceptance changed everything.